Yo, what up, fam? Welcome back to the Intrepid Expedition. I'm your host, Graham. This is this is the fifth part in a video series. It's a playlist on YouTube. You're here right now watching it. It's my solo Mark Harrigan run through the Forgotten Age. If you're not super familiar, reminder, we are on hard mode, which is kind of regrettable, but that's okay. Here we are. We're not dead yet. Taboo list, we're using it. Explore variant, based on the number of players, I remove treacheries from the Explore deck to help with scaling, really. And I'm playing Mark Harrigan. And this is, well, first of all, today we're playing Heart of the Elders, which is not everyone's favorite scenario. I think a lot of people think Heart of the Elders is very vanilla, but I actually think it's fun. I think it's good. I don't think it needs to do a ton. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, and so maybe that's why people don't think it stands out that much. But I don't know. I think it plays differently enough, and I enjoy it. So let's take a look at my deck list real quick. So I only had 2 XP coming in from Boundary Beyond, so I put in the new version of I've Had Worse. And you know what? This is actually not quite correct. Editing it live. So I removed Emergency Aid in favor of I've Had Worse. But I'm actually going to remove an Intrepid because it's just a straight up weaker card. And I still feel like I really need that healing. So I've Had Worse, but I'm using the 2 XP version instead of the 4 XP version. So the 2 XP version just came out today as of recording in Before the Black Thrones. Let me show you what that looks like here. Yeah, you can see it. It's very similar to the level 4 version, except that it loses a willpower icon and then it cancels up to 2 damage and or horror, and then I gain that many resources. So I'm hoping it kind of evens out my cost curve because a lot of times I am struggling with money still. I pretty much need to land an act of desperation or see my second emergency cash in order to be okay. So hopefully that will help. And then obviously it just ups my survivability. If there's an enemy that hits me for 2 damage or 2 horror, that usually sinks my ship, kind of. So that's great. Also, this Hallowed Mirror sidebar seems real good, and I might pay an XP to put that in my deck along with the soothing melodies that come along with it, and that would be the upgrade from Emergency Aid. I mean, it's basically straight up improvement, particularly because I think the drawback is that you have to shuffle Soothing Melody into your deck, but Mark has so much draw that he's basically guaranteed to see it. So I think Soothing Melody is, and Hallowed Mirror, bonkers in Mark. So, but I'm not reviewing these cards. I'm playing a game. So let's just get into it, man. Let's just dive right on into this bad boy. All right. So like I said, Heart of the Elders. I'm going to remind you what the scenario is all about. So right before this was Boundary Beyond. It sucked. I had to use some supplies. I had gas. I did not map the way forward because I did not have a map. I did have rations. I was not poisoned. And I did find some patterns in the stone thanks to my canteen. So I do start with a clue in this scenario. I did not interact with Ichitaka at all because I'm an Alejandro boy. He's my best friend. So obviously, if he's my best friend, I'm going to consult with Alejandro, and he actually starts in my play area in that case. So that's pretty neat. I think that's most of what you need to know. I think that's most of the backstory. So as a reminder, I'm deep in the jungle now, and I'm trying to find these darn pillars. There's an explorer action, only 5 doom, and then I have to search for the pattern. What do I do with these 6 stone pillars? One of them is glowing and lit up, which is weird. I just got here. But there are, maybe I need to do that with the other 5. So I need 2 clues. these are my stick to the plan cards. Elusive, prepare for the worst, emergency cache. I switched out in, what is it? Interrogate. It used to be on my stick to the plan. I switched it out for elusive because there's no one to interrogate in the jungle. Weird side effect there. But, yeah, there's no, like, Esli Guardians or anything in this scenario, right? No, there's not. Okay, well, didn't screw that up. That's good. Let's set up this Explore deck. Like I said, here are my treacheries. And I'm going to remove 3 of them from the deck, which means one of these goes in. These are also 3 of my ruins. Remember, one of those gets randomly added. If you map the way forward, it actually starts on the table. In this case, no. In this case, no. That is not what happens. Something I didn't show you was my mulligan strategy. So I spent 10 XP on the armor of Ardennes, so obviously I'm going to want that bad boy. Smoking pipe, I now have 2 mental trauma, so it's important for me to offload that. And luckily, Alejandro starts in my play area, so that's cool. Flashlight or scene of the crime is good for me to get clues, it turns out. There's a couple low shrouds for the flashlight, a couple high shrouds for the scene of the crime. And the way the scenario works, I only need to get, 3, 4 clues this first time around, and then 1 or 2 every time after that. So, and then obviously if I get a weapon, that's groovy. So, let's do this thing. I'm ready. I'm ready for the best opening hand of all time. Mark, you got to start over here. Obviously, I'm using this die for the Mouth of Kinyan, the number of pillars. There's something about a compass here. I don't care about that because I don't have a compass. Let's see what I got. Well, I got a weakness. This is stupid. I got some money cards. I'm actually going to keep Active Desperation. There's a lot of beefy enemies in this deck, which means I go through my charges or bullets pretty fast. So I'm going to keep Active Desperation with the Enchanted Blade. I'm going to send the Emergency Cache back because I want to draw more. And the Exploration Journal, oh, you know what? I had a weakness, right? So before I even have to send anything back, I get to drop to 5. Okay. And I'm going to keep the Expedition Journal because particularly this first go at Heart of the Elders, I tend to explore the most. So hopefully going to get some action economy out of that. So I'm keeping 3 cards, and I draw 2 more, and they're garbage. I mean, they're not totally garbage. But it actually, hold on. I think this doesn't affect much yet, but Emergency Aid should still be in here. And I lose a copy of Intrepid. So let's fix that real quick before I forget. Tabletop Sim's real great. I want to make a Tabletop Sim video so I can get more people into the world that is the Super Complete mod. This is what I'm looking for. Ding, ding, ding. So yeah, I'm going to make a tutorial video of that at some point. Okay, here we go. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Alright, so I need 2 clues. I got some crap in my hand. And I don't want to explore right off the bat because there's a chance that I run into ants. Ants is terrible. It's one of the worst treacheries in the entire game. I don't know why you have to test it at 4 instead of a 3. It's an agility test, and for each point you fail by, you either discard a random card out of your hand, or you... what's the other thing you do with that? Or you have to discard cards off of your play area. It's terrible. It's super terrible. Alright, so first turn, let's go... Let's just set up here. Cash for 3, spend that 3 on Enchanted Blade. Put down an Expedition Journal. So sorry, I started with 5 resources. So 3 and 3, and then I'm going to spend 2 on an Expedition Journal. And then those are my 3 actions, but I could explore right now. If I hit an ants, I would be at a 5 on 4. And I probably have to discard like my whole hand, basically. I don't know if I'm ready for that level of commitment from ants. I don't know if I'm ready for that. So, yeah, I'm good. That's my turn. Is it? Treachery last action. There's another agility test to take some more damage. What is it? I'm trying to think of what the treacheries are that could be in here. It's ants, which is terrible. Pitfall, which is just going to do a bunch of damage to me, which I kind of don't want. There's Lost in the Wilds in this one. Lost in the Wilds and low on supplies, which would be take a damage for the latter and take some horror on my horror soak. Those two aren't too bad. So it's a real coin toss. But I will hold off because I'm scared. Enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep, flip, flip, flip. Draw. Resource. Take the initiative. Now I feel much more protected against all those treacheries in the Explore deck. Lost in the Wilds. Hey, what's up? What's up, fam? So the question is, do I have to burn take the initiative on this one? I think I can use Intrepid and Sophie. So I'm at a 3-on-3. If I use Intrepid, that'd be 4. If I use Sophie, that'd be 5, 6. Let's take a look at it. Chaos Bag, 6-on-3. That's pretty good. There's a chance I draw the Squidward, and then I take a bunch of horror. Well, really just 2. That's not bad. All right, let's do it. Intrepid and Sophie. Deals me a damage, draws me a card. It's during the Mythos phase of round 1. Or round 2, I guess, technically. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6 on 3. There's a squid. So I failed by 1. Intrepid goes away. I take 2 horror. Do I put both of those on Alejandro? I think I split it. And now I can't move or explore this turn. So I guess I'm just getting set up here, huh? I guess that's the plan. So first action, let's draw. Second action, I'll play the... Well, let's draw again. Second wind, that's pretty good. And then armor. Really what I'm looking for at this point is a smoking pipe. So I can deal with horror a little bit better. Alright, on my turn, discard this sucker. Enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep, flip, flip, flip. Draw a card, gain a resource. Up to the top Mythos phase of round 3. I draw Voice of the Jungle. You must explore. Explore, 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 or else you take a horror. I don't want that. So I guess my first action during my turn is to explore. Make sure this is good and shuffled. Here we go. Circuitous Trail. No. I'm looking for one of the ancient ruins. It's going to be a victory location. Tamarack Woods. River Canyon. Serpent's Haven. Path of Thorns. Stone Altar. Alright. I have explored. I'm now at the Stone Altar. It says Force. When you enter Stone Altar, reveal a random token from the Chaos Bag. If it's a special symbol, which it is, including the Elder Sign, which is rude, I lose an action. Okay, so I lose an action. Voice of the Jungle is content. I would like to get this clue if I could. Can I? No. Alejandro does give me +1 while investigating an ancient location. However, that still puts me 3-on-3, which isn't awesome. So I'm considering exploring some more. Alternatively, I could just take some resources to then scene of the crime of this bad boy and then move on to the next one. Yeah, that's probably good because I want to explore as early as I can in the turn so that take the initiative is as good as possible. So I guess I'm just going to take 2 resources for the rest of my turn, which isn't very exciting. let's see. Enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep phase, flip, flip, flip. Draw a card, gain a resource. I've had worse. Where have you been all my life? At this point, if I do take horror, though, I can block it and get money. I keep thinking it's like a deny existence level 5 heal effect. It's not that. I don't know why I keep thinking that. 3 doom. And I draw. Lost in the Wilds. Okay, so I don't love this. If I take 3 horror, I'm sort of dead. So I'm going to... Do I pump this with take the initiative? Let's take a look. I think so. Because if I draw one of those tablets, it could poison me if I fail. So I kind of want to be 3 up on a test if I'm going to do something about it. So I will commit take the initiative to Lost in the Wilds. I'm a 3/6 on 3. And I draw the tablet. So I pass. And that's great. So I could see into the crime, this bad boy. Or I could keep exploring. I think I will because I'm going to need more clues anyway, right? So first action, I'm going to explore. Rope Bridge, no. Here, let's zoom in on this a little bit. Path of Thorns, no. Pitfall. You missed either. For each point you fail by, take a damage. Well, I don't think I pump with Sophie, because taking a damage to avoid possible damage, it seems wonky to me. I think I'd rather... I've got the armor out. I've got Alejandra out. I could block damage with I've had worse. I think I just take this on the chin. So I am a... What is this? 3 on 3. -4. So I fail by 3. Do I block all of this and use I've had worse? Or do I think I just spread it out, right? So I go 1, 2, 3, and that triggers a mark draw. Because I'd rather block the horror with the I've had worse. I think that's a better use of that card. So that was my first action. Shuffle these back in here. And second action, I'm going to explore again, because I don't want Voice of the Jungle to go off. Serpent's Haven. There you go. Move right on in here. Move right on in here. So if I had a flashlight, I'd be a happy dude right now. I could... I'm still not very likely to like actually get anything out of this. So do I just try to test? I feel like that's really bad because if I'm just like 2 on 2 shot in the dark and I draw one of those 2 tablets, I get poisoned. And if I draw the Elder Thing, I take a horror. So I don't want that. I really didn't draw into any cards aside from Scene of the Crime that's going to help me get clues. So I might just park it here for the turn. Use Scene of the Crime to help me get some clues at the start of my next turn. That's a distinct possibility. Voice of the Jungle, I could try to get rid of this. Although it might not matter if I just keep exploring, picking up a couple clues, and then elucidate my way back and spend all the clues. And then resign. I might be able to play around that. So I'm going to draw for my third action, and then my final action, I'm going to play Emergency Cash and go up to 7. That's my turn. Enemies, nothing. Upkeep. Flip, flip, flip. Flip. Draw a card. Get a resource. I take no horror because Shell Shock is lame. Go up to the top. Mythos is 4 doom. And I draw the Apex Strangleweed, which is exciting. I have two ways to deal with this. One of them is elusive. One of them is actually try to kill it and burn a bunch of charges on it, which is an option, I guess. Well, not surprisingly, my first action is scene of the crime. And it says if there's an enemy at your location, I get 2 clues. Thank you very much. Which gives me enough to advance. I'm not going to advance yet, though, so let's put these aside. Ideally, I would like to get, let's see if I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, anywhere between 1 and 4 more clues before I head back to base. Which is, like, maybe not super crazy. Although I don't have a lot of clue getting tools. So, I think I want to save the elusive to warp back. So I am going to try to kill the Apex Strangleweed. Second action, I'm going to use the Enchanted Blade to fight. I am a 5, 6, 7 on 3. 5, 6, 7 on 3, so I'm 4 up. Minus 6, not good enough. It does have Retaliate, which I will put both the damage and the horror on Alejandro. And then is Retaliate considered to be an attack of opportunity? Let's check, because I don't know. I mean, that would make sense that it's geared to be like that. Is this the... Oh. Is there like just a cheat sheet? Oh, I'm thinking of it on the back of the thing. Okay. So let's go to Retaliate, which is probably like, what? It looks like 17 maybe? 18? I don't think I want the Esli Ruins. What are we loading here? There we go. There we go. These are the actual pages now. It's like, what? Sorry to spend time on this video looking up. Well, you fail to performs an attack against the attacking opportunity, or attack against the attacking investigator. An enemy does not exhaust after performing the retaliate attack. The attack occurs whether or not you're engaged with it. And then let's look up attack of opportunity, which is going to be like page 3. Attack of opportunity. Each time investigators engage with one or more ready enemies. Attack of opportunity is made. Blah blah blah. There's nothing that connects those two effects to one another, so I do not think I have to worry about that. Alright, so last action, let's try to kill it with the Enchanted Blade, or attack it some more. So I'm a 7 on 3. Minus 4 is good enough, so that's 2 damage. At the end of my turn... Oh, this is bad. At the end of my turn... I forgot about this. I take a horror, because it didn't explore. And then the Apex Strangleweed attacks me, so I'm going to play the I've Had Worse, which prevents up to 2 damage and or horror I just took, and then I take that many resources. That's during the enemy phase. Upkeep phase, I get a bunch of stuff. Mythos phase, this advances. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the deck. Roger that. I'm going to be the scout. Do I have binoculars? I sure do. Far spectacles. Then I suffer no ill effects. Okay, great. Then I draw. Low on supplies. I will choose to lose 2 resources, because I'm swimming in it right now. So here's the deal, squad. My bases are loaded on horror, and I've got no way to really deal with that. So I think we gotta evacuate the dance floor. So at the start of my turn, I'm going to play Elusive, which disengage from each enemy attached to you and move to a revealed location with no enemies. That I will. Move back to the start. I'm going to spend my 2 clues to advance. I guess I could go here first, but if I draw like a Lost in the Wilds or something, I'm super dead, so I'm fine with this. So yeah, let's advance. The winged serpents, blah. Mouth of Kinyan. It's massive, cannot be defeated, cannot make attacks of opportunity. Alright, so this spawns here, which is neat. So I still haven't taken any actions yet. If you go to the top, it says, you're figuring the puzzle out. Actions, I can spend a single clue to solve one piece of the puzzle, add a resource token to Mouth of Kinyan. So I'm going to do that, spend a clue. So up this to 2. After pillar token is placed on Mouth of Kinyan, exhaust the winged serpent. It does not ready during the upkeep phase this round. So that does get exhausted. But again, my bases are super loaded. I'm worried about this treachery that's on me, so I'm going to, where is it? Resign. Let's make camping solve this puzzle tomorrow. So I'm at two clues, or 2 pillars, I guess. This is the thing I'm looking for. So it says, hazards of the jungle were too dangerous. You had to set up camp, but for now, at least you're safe. If there's more pillar tokens on the Mouth of Kinyan than there were when the scenario began, I changed it to 2 paths are known to me. Then I'm going to replay it. No experience points, don't record anything except for trauma. And I don't want to deal with that. So, there you go. We're going to start this bad boy over, but now I have 2 clues to deal with. And this is Intrepid Expedition. Load it up. Da, 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 da. Alright, so we are locked and loaded. This is now at 2. And according to the setup instructions, if you've played this, it's the 4th bullet point down. If you've played the scenario before during the campaign and have reached Act 2 before, flip to Act 1A over and place it on the Mouth of Kinyan. So, this flips and starts in play. I start with a clue, which is very useful. Let's set up the exploration deck real quick. A single ruin goes in. One of these treacheries goes in. This goes up into here. Just shuffled in. Shuffle that explore deck real good. And we're back. And we're back! I have 2 trauma. Start with 5 money. Enchanted Blade, Active Desperation. Do I keep the perceptions and just use them to cycle with Alejandro? Let's see. So if I start with a 2, Alejandro makes me a 3, Perception makes me a 5, Sophie makes me a 7. So I can reliably investigate like a 3 or a 4 shroud. Honestly, that's not bad. So I will keep a perception to help investigate the ruin location. I'm going to draw a card. Flashlight, great. And I kept the take the initiative for the explore treacheries that I got to worry about. Alrighty, well, round 1. Oops, ding, ding, ding. First action, I'm going to spend a clue to use this action to add a resource to the Mouth of Kinyan. So this goes up to a 3. And most importantly, I exhaust the winged serpent, and it doesn't ready during this upkeep phase. Very important. Second action, let's play an Enchanted Blade. And actually, hold on. Do I... Before I do that, let me set this aside for the sake of the tokens. Second action, I'm actually going to explore. Because I want to explore earlier in the turn, so take the initiative is strong. So let's explore. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Looking for the ancient ruins. Looking for some kind of ancient ruins. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss. Pitfall! Okay, so this is just something that's going to deal me some damage. How much do I care about that? I could commit to take the initiative and basically save 2 damage, but 1 of the damage is going to go on Alejandro. I'll just take this on the chin. It's fine. So I'm a 3-on-3 minus 3. If you're not poisoned and you fail, put a set-aside poison weakness into play into your threat area. That is terrible. Alright, so now I am poisoned, which I don't really want to be. I also take 3 damage, so 1 goes on Alejandro, 2 goes on me, and I get a mark draw. And then last action, Pitfall gets discarded. So it goes back in here. Do I explore one more time to get out of this location? No, I'm going to play Enchanted Blade. That's my last action. Work with me. Tabletop sim, what are you doing? Alright. Well, I'm poisoned, and that's real bad. I do have medicine with me, so I won't be poisoned forever, which is good. But it might make the rest of this scenario a lot tougher. Enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep phase, the Winged Serpent does not ready. And I find some armor, which is going to help with that poison situation. So, this is all nice and shuffled up. And I draw the Apex Strangleweed. This is why I put down the Enchanted Blade. There's not a lot of good ways for me to handle this, except to just hack away at it. So, that's what we'll have to do. Alright, so first action. We're going to use the Enchanted Blade. 5, 6, 7 on 3. We've been here before. -4 because I'm still at a cave location. So that's 2 damage. Can I put this underneath my... Oh. Yeah, that's fine. This all gets put away there. Cool. Second action. Same thing, 7 on 3. -3 brings me up to a 4. And last action, 7 on 3. -4. Boom. Apex Strangleweed goes to the victory display. This isn't going to matter a ton, but so that's one reason why I keep Active Desperation. There's 2 Apex Strangleweeds, and there's 2 basilisks. The weird art on the basilisk. So it's really I really go through charges quite fast. Enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep phase, everything readies, including the Winged Serpent. Now it is massive, but I'm going to put it in my threat area just to show that it's there. I draw a card and gain a resource. We'll go up to the Mythos phase, and we draw Overgrowth. That's a pain in the ass. I gotta explore to get out of here. Alright, so, yeah, man, I think I go to town on this boy, right? First action, we're going to try to get rid of the Overgrowth. Do I take the initiative? I'll be 8 on 4. Or do I just use Sophie? Do I have any healing in my hand? I don't. I have the armor, which is good. I don't want to commit Active Desperation very specifically. So I think I try Sophie first, because those odds are still pretty good. Oh, and remember that now that I'm poisoned, these are all autofails. So I'll do it. That's fine. So yeah, first action. I'm at a 5, 6, 7 on 4 for the Overgrowth. Nope. I do get a mark draw out of that. Let's do the same thing again. We'll take the initiative +2, so 7 on the Overgrowth. That's good. Get rid of it. Last action, I'm going to put down the Expedition Journal. And that comes with its own action. And I will use that to explore. So, looking for ruins. Looking for ruins. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. See, you don't need a lot of treacheries in this treachery deck to make it interesting. In this explore deck. Overgrown Ruins was the last one. But that gets me away from the Winged Serpent, except it doesn't. I forgot about that. That's a shame. Sorry, Alejandro. After you enter Overgrown Ruins, if you're poisoned, lose all remaining actions in your turn. Okay, well, I was going to do that anyway, so buzz off. Alright, so I explored and moved out of there. But this guy's not exhausted, so enemy phase. Winged Serpent moves over here, and it attacks me for a damage and a horror. The horror for sure goes on Alejandro. I think the damage does as well. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So this sucker's still with me here. We go up to upkeep, flip, 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 draw, resource. Well, I got another weapon, which is cool. Let's go here, that's fine. I got some armor, which is neat. Do I have seen of the crime? I do, so I'll probably play that this next turn. But we'll see what happens with the Mythos phase. Ants! Oh, man. Alright, well. I really do hate this. So, I hate it so much, I'm going to use Sophie on it. Which is going to drop me a mark card. So, I'm testing agility. 3, 4, 5 on 4. I'm probably going to fail this, but I'm hoping just mitigate that failure. -3. 5 on 4. -3. 2 on 4. I fail by 2. So I'm going to discard the Enchanted Blade, and then 1 random card from my hand, I think. Although, honestly, the way things are going, like, I'm not going to be around here very long for the Expedition Journal to do much. So I think I'm actually just going to get rid of the Expedition Journal instead. I can do that, right? Discard a random card from your hand, or choose and discard a card from your play area. Sweet. Ants! Oh my god, that thing's terrible. Alright, so first action, we're going to Scene of the Crime. Which gives me a clue. Things are going real bad. I could play Emergency Cash and then the armor. And that would mean that when this guy attacks me, I only take a single horror. And that might keep me in play long enough to do something else relevant. Is this when you discover or when you enter? After you enter. So I have to enter this last action. I'll probably just use Elusive to get around this again. Let's see here. I could move back and resign. I can move back with the intent to resign and just add the clue. I mean, this is a pretty rough start, right? And just go up to 4. And the only risky thing about that is, well, either way, I'm going to be at 3 horror out of 5, whether or not I play the armor this turn or if I move back. So I'm just going to move back because this run's been terrible. So second action, move back. Third action, add my clue. I solved it. I found an inscription on a tree, and it said, here's how to solve the Rubik's Cube. That's my turn. So the Winged Serpent moves back. I take a damage and a horror. Draws me a card, but Sophie flips, and I get -1 to everything. So here's hoping I don't die. That's during the enemy phase. So upkeep, flip, flip, flip. Draw a card, gain a resource. Oops. I gotta discard one of these. I will get rid of, well, I have nothing to desperately act against. So I'll just get rid of that. We'll go up to the top for Doom, and I draw Creeping Poison. So I take a damage, which draws me a card. And that surges into Creeping Poison, so I take a damage. And it surges into Pit Viper. Okay, that's fine. So then my first action is to resign. I get the hell out of there. Oof. All right, but I'm up to 4 now. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Let's do it again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Intrepid Expedition is the one. That is the one. So I'm up to 4. Remember, I need 6, so I could. I mean, there's a couple options here. I could just do the exact same thing I just did. I'll probably do the same thing, right? Drop the clue, and then go try to get as many experience points as possible, and then close it out. And if it's really bad, I just won't get any more clues, or I won't turn any more clues in. I'll keep it at 5, and then I can. So I get like 2 tries to try to get some good XP here. Alright, so flip this sucker. Winged Serpent starts with me. Let's set up the Explore deck. Single Ruin. Single Treachery. Move the ruins over here. To avoid confusion, these treacheries go back into the deck. Mark starts on the map. And I get an opening hand. Da, 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 da. Alright, so Scene of the Crime is good. Act of Desperation is good. The other 3 are not. I could also mulligan maybe the Act of Desperation. But it's pretty handy, truthfully. I'm looking for the armor. I'm looking for Smoking Pipe. I'm looking for Exploration Journal. Those are all good things to have. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I want. So I'll keep the scene, but I'll mulligan 4. There's a weakness. So because I mulligan the 4th card, I get an Enchanted Blade. Alright, well, that's pretty good. I did finally get that Smoking Pipe, which is actually very exciting. Y'all don't even know how excited I am to have a Smoking Pipe. Okay. Oogie, oogie, oogie. Let's turn in a clue. Tink, tink, tink. Flip it. First action is to use... Oh, I was at 4, so now I'm at 5. Use this action. Turn in a clue, which is going to exhaust the Winged Serpent. I love the art on the Winged Serpent. If I could have a playmat of that, like, how cool would that be? It's so good. So that's my first action. And then second action, I definitely want to get down Blade. And then I think I hold off on... Oh, and then I put down a Smoking Pipe last action. Because, again, I don't want to explore really late. There's a chance that I hit ants and then I have to get rid of all this good stuff, which I don't like. So I'm going to play Smoking Pipe last action. Spend a charge, move one of these horrors onto Alejandro, and draw a card with Mark. Take the initiative. That's what I need to explore. That's great. Enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep phase, the Winged Serpent does not ready. And I draw the Expedition Journal. Holy smokes, things are going great. So that's going to change soon, probably, right? Mythos phase. I draw Poisonous Spores. Got to get out of here. You got to go. Get to the chopper. You got to watch out for the spores. Oh, I am poisoned. So I will take 2 horror if I hang out here. I forgot that I was poisoned. If only it was that easy to not worry about being poisoned anymore. Okay. Well, I don't want to take 2 horror. So I want to explore this turn. I think I'm going to play the Expedition Journal for the value. So that cost me 2. But I do get an extra action. Second action, I will explore. I have a take the initiative with 2 pips on it. I'm ready. Here we go. Tamarack Woods. Path of Thorns. Let's get up and close. Up close in here. Just put that over there for now. Circuitous Trail. Servant's Haven. Pitfall. This is the one that I tend to not care about, right? That's mostly true. Now, if I tank this, I mean, I don't know. I got 3 auto fails in this bag too. because I'm poisoned. So I think I just take it. Just take it. It's fine. 0. Hey, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Pitfall goes away. I gotta get out of here, but now I've removed the treachery, so that's good. So third action, I'm gonna explore to the Temple of the Fang. That is the best possible option. I don't lose actions. It's a low shroud currently, which is dope. I can probably use flashlight to get that clue. It's worth 2 victory points. Wow, what a time to be alive, huh? Last action, let's get ready to play that flashlight next turn. Use this emergency cash. There you go. Enemy phase, nothing. Upkeep phase, everything readies, including the Winged Serpent. End of the round, Poison Spores goes away. I draw a card, gain a resource. We go up to the Mythos phase. 2 Doom, and I draw low on supplies. I will choose to take a damage. And then I will take 0 horror because I do not have 2 damage on me. And Shell Shock continues to be not a factor. Alright, so I'm going to move this expedition journal down here. Actually, let's clean up my stick to the plan at this point. Just clean up that. Alright, so I kind of want the smoking pipe to be magic. It's like a magic pipe. And then the expedition journal is like paper, which is what tarot cards are made out of, so I'm going to put it in the tarot slot. Okay, what did I draw? I did this, the low on supplies. So first action, flashlight. Second action, investigate with the flashlight. I am a 3 thanks to Alejandro on 0. -3. Good enough. Get the clue. Then let's explore. Circuitous Trail, no. Serpent's Haven, yes. This is the one that if you investigate or explore while at Serpent's Haven, if you're poisoned, take a damage. So this is a good scene of the crime target for me, I do believe. Now I could get one of the clues with flashlight. However, if I happen to draw an enemy, I won't need to waste that action on that. So, do I draw here to try to find some healing maybe? Or do I explore to bring... No, I don't want to explore. I still feel like I'm low on money. I'll just take a resource. That seems full. In case I don't see some of my other money cards. Alright, so enemy phase. The Winged Serpent hunts to Temple of the Fang. Upkeep. Flip, flip, flip. Flip, draw, resource. The armor has made an appearance, which is pretty groovy. Let's go to the Mythos phase. And I draw low on supplies again. I could get rid of something. I don't really want to do the resources. I could do the damage. I think I'm going to do the damage because I'm really hungry for draw. Obviously, this becomes a really easy choice once I have the armor down, but what can you do? Alright, so I think my turn here is scene of the crime, first action. I'll start with that, which gives me a clue. And I don't have to worry about the damage effect here. If I had the money for the armor, I would play that, but I don't. I could... I do kind of want to explore. Oh, I know what. So the river... What is it called? The River Canyon is the Green Diamond location, and I can heal 3 damage from there with my canteen. So I think what I do is I flashlight here. So I am a 2 on 0. I fail, so I do take a horror, which goes on Alejandro. I get the clue still. Then, after you investigate, if you're poisoned, take a damage. So I take that damage. Have I already taken a damage during this turn? No, I have not. That was during the Mythos phase. So then I'm going to explore to try to get out of here and try to get to the River Canyon. So here we go. Path of Thorns is connected. If you explore, if it's not successful, take a damage. If you fail a skill test while investigating, take a damage. I don't really want either of those. So then last action, I either take a resource so that I can play the armor next turn, or I explore again to try to find that River Canyon. I don't know. Is there a way that this is going to connect back to Temple of the Fang? It'd have to be connected to red. No. So I don't have to worry about surprise attack from the Winged Serpent. I think I take the resource here, because I can always explore with the Expedition Journal action, so that's a little bit more efficient. I still need the money. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get geared up for the armor here. Enemy phase. Winged Serpent hunts. Upkeep phase. Everything resets. Draw a card. Drawing the sign. Okay, resource. So, ooh, I got a lot of good stuff in here. Scene of the crime is probably going to be my only way of getting another victory point location, which is really what I'm looking for, the circuitous trail. Although I guess the circuitous trail just costs 3 to investigate, but still I'm not that likely to succeed. I'm going to get rid of Alice because of my 2 soaks. I'd rather have the armor, and I'm not going to be able to afford both of them. I already have a smoking pipe on the table. So I could get rid of the home front, which is a healing card / will help me kill bad guys. Take the initiative, which is going to help me survive some terrible treacheries like ants and stuff. So I get rid of Scene of the Crime, I think is the right answer. Because I have a flashlight charge that I can use for circuitous trail. Yes, that's correct. That's exactly right. Mythos phase. Pitfall. I could try shuffling it into the exploration deck. Which means I'm just going to have to take that test here in a second. I mean, my turn is probably get down the armor, explore, and then ideally heal. If I get the correct location. Which might not happen. Wait a second. Oh, I put Path of Thorns in the wrong spot. It's supposed to be over here. Which means this enemy is on me. And I would have taken a damage and a horror, which would have gone on Alejandro. So, little different setup right now. I was trying to figure out how the map was supposed to fit together, and I figured it out. It's like this. So, I can either go to green or yellow from here, both of which are good for me. Let's take a look at this bag. I'm concerned about taking a ton of damage and just having like a terrible stat line if I don't get to the River Canyon this turn. Smoke him if you got him, right? I think that's okay. 3 up. -2. A pass. Nothing exciting. I don't take any damage, which is good. So first action, let's get down this armor before anything else happens. Second action, I'm going to explore. Here we go. Looking for yellow or green. Yellow! Alright, I've never ever been to this location before. Time-racked woods. The flora along this path is wildly distorted. Some of the flowers are withered. Some are vibrant. But all are alien. Choose a non-elite card worth vengeance points in the victory display. Place that card in the encounter discard pile. Oh! How cool is that? It's a victory 1, 2 clues, and I have no idea how I would get that at all. I successfully explored. So I left the winged serpent behind. This is not attached to anything else right now, right? Yeah, that's correct. So I could clear drawing the sign, which isn't the most urgent thing. Or I could explore again and try to further my game plan here. I mean, I do want to get rid of drawing the sign real bad, but it kind of doesn't matter at the moment. So I'm going to explore. I don't know if that needs to be shuffled or not. I don't think it does. Circuitous Trail, nope. Looking for green or rope bridge. Rope bridge is what it is. Let's move over here. And if I were to explore from the rope bridge, I'd have to take some damage and shit. I don't really want to do that. So last action, I'm going to take a resource, because now I don't have anything to do. And then at the end of my turn, I'm going to use Smoking Pipe to heal a horror on the armor, which is neat. Winged Serpent moves on up here to try to hunt for me, right? These are not connected. No, they're not. This is connected to this, and this, and this, and the green. And then this is connected to Circuitous Trail, one of the ruins, River Canyon, and Time-racked Woods. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I would get Time-racked Woods without Scene of the Crime. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Which I've already gotten rid of both of those, so that's okay. You can't get all the victory point locations, Mark. Enemy phasing moves, upkeep, flip, flip, flip. Sorry, I know I'm taking a while. I'm just thinking about all my options, gang. There's so many options. Alright, shuffling counter discard pile. I have binoculars, so nothing bad happens. Draw. Poisonous spores. Got to go. Got to move. So I don't want to explore from this location, so first action, let's move. Second action, we're going to explore. I think it has to be the River Canyon. Here's my exploration deck. Let's put some connections down here, huh? This was the missing puzzle piece in the jungle web. So there's an action here for me to heal 3 damage because I do have a canteen, which I am interested in. However, this might be the time to get rid of drawing the sign because I don't know what my last action would be. I guess I could explore again. Which isn't terrible. Right, so I moved, I explored. I could heal, and then I could explore and bring in the Circuitous Trail. Let's do that. Let's keep moving because I'm really close to getting some of these victory points that I really want. All right, so I'm gonna use the action on River Canyon to heal 3, which feels really refreshing. Man, Mark just takes a freaking bath in that waterfall. He's like, "What's up? What's up? What's up, jungle? Sophie, I wish you were here." And then last action, I'm gonna explore and bring in the circuitous trail, which connects to this. This connects to something. This one. What is this piece over here? Oh, that would be Ruins of Esley or the whatever it's called. These might be gone actually. I spent 3 resources there. Okay. Anyway, that's my turn. Enemy phase, Winged Serpent. What's up? Why come back? I want to hang out. I wanted to see if you had any good Pokemon on Pokemon Go. Mythos phase. Got 4 rounds left. Basilisk. Vengeance 2. I don't like it. So my first thought was I could take the attack of opportunity, no problem. Spend my 3 resources and then investigate to get the clue. I could use Elusive to get out of there. However, I don't have the money for that. I think I have to kill the Basilisk because Lord knows I'm not evading that thing without what's it called? Take the initiative. I was like 3 icons does a thing. So I think I have to attack twice. I'll have to take the vengeance. Elusive to Time-Racked Woods. Get rid of it. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. All right, let's kill this thing. First action, Enchanted Blade. I am a 5, 6, 7 on 4. How does that look? Fine. It's all right, I guess. Does that retaliate? Nah, B. It's cool. That's cool. Just burn through them charges. That's an auto fail because I'm poisoned. Second action. Same thing. 5, 6, 7 minus 2 because I'm not at a cave. Circuitous Trail is not a cave. Which is cool. And that does 2 damage to the Basilisk. And then last action. Same thing. Same thing. Did I? Yeah, I did shuffle my Active Desperation back in there, didn't I? Minus 1. Basilisk goes to the victory display as Vengeance, unfortunately. So when's my turn? Enemy phase. Winged Serpent comes in. I take a Horror, and I block the damage with the armor. I still have drawing the sign in place, so I don't really want to use my mark draws. Upkeep phase. Flip, flip, flip. Yeah, armor in mark is just so much fun for me. Let's get rid of the perception, because I'm not really going to use that anymore. I'm going to get my last clue here in a second. Do I still gain a resource? Yeah, I have not done that yet. Okay. Mythos phase. 2 doom. Not a ton of time left. Voice of the Jungle. That's not what I want to see. I will be taking a horror every turn for the rest of this darn game. All right, well, this thing doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. So my first action is going to be to investigate with Flashlight. So I'm a 2 on 0. I have to spend 3 resources. To investigate 2 on 0. Nice. That was actually not as sure of a shot as you might expect normally because I have 3 autofails. So got that clue. I think I cleared off the clue locations I care about. So let's see what I could do. I could clear drawing the sign. Poisonous Spores is super gone, by the way. I could clear drawing the sign, which then means I would take a horror and a horror at the end of my turn. Seems bad. I could take a resource, play elusive, go somewhere else, either Time-Racked Woods or Mouth of Kinyan, and then take a single horror from Voice of the Jungle. That's probably what I'm going to do. The question is, where do I go? If I go to Time-Racked Woods, next turn is get rid of... Next turn is go to 3 Doom out of 5, get rid of the Basilisk, move once. Take 2 horror and a damage. Because by that time the Winged Serpent might be back to me. Maybe not. Maybe I can send him up to the rope bridge. And then next turn would be move, solve the puzzle. At 4 Doom. So I have exactly enough actions for that, and if anything goes wrong, which would be like I don't know, what would go wrong? An enemy? I could just draw any enemy and then not be able to kill it. So that seems bad. Alright, so second action, we're going to take a resource. And we're going to play elusive. It's fast. Which is going to ditch the Winged Serpent. And I'm going to elusive my way all the way back to the Mouth of Kinyan. That's why this is a 2 XP card, because it's real strong. And then I have an action left, so I'm going to spend a clue to up this to 6. And it says, if there are 6 pillars on the Mouth of Kinyan, advance to act. 2B, entering Kinyan with a deep rumbling that shakes the ground outside, something inside the cavern shifts. In a distinct sequence, you hear a familiar tune. Boom, 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 da 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 da, bum, 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 bum. Ba 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 ba. Bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 bum. Bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba ba dum ba 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 bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. That's it. I did it. Unspent experience. I spent it. What did I spend it on? I've had worse. So I gained 4. Cool. Done. I did it. I survived Heart of the Elders Part A. Hopefully it will not be forever before I get up Heart of the Elders Part B. Thanks for watching. That's enough for now. You don't need to watch this next part. I got to practice anyway. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. You're the greatest of all time. That's the GOAT. You are the GOAT. Thanks for being a real good GOAT.